Hello all, my name is Rahman, and in this video we are going to talk about basics of SQL. So in the first video I have talked about SQL, somewhat about SQL, but in this video I am not going in the detail but just basics of SQL. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into it. So in the last video I have talked about tables and keys, and the first video we have talked about introduction to DBMS, RDBMS and NRDBMS. But in this video we are going to talk about SQL basics. SQL stands for Structured Query Language. Structured Query Language SQL is language which is used for interacting with RDBMS, which is Relational Database Management System. So SQL is a programming language which is used to communicate with relational database. SQL is a programming language which is used to communicate with relational database. So in order to interact with a relational database management system, we need to use a special language called SQL, Structured Query Language. So now let's say, for example, if you want to ask a relational database management system RDBMS to do something like create a table, store this piece of information, and etc., update this one, and etc. So for giving that order, for giving the relational database management system for giving that order to relational database management system to do something like create table and etc., for that we need to ask relational database management system to do that things using SQL. Okay, so we can do that using SQL, and we can use SQL, Structured Query Language, to get the relational database management system to do things like create, update, retrieve and delete the data, create and manage different databases, design and create tables and etc. So we can define database schema, which would just be like overall like table design, and perform administrative tasks like security, user management, importing, exporting, backup and etc. So just now I have told about database schema. What is database schema? A database schema defines how data is organized within a relational database. This is inclusive of logical constraints such as table names, fields, data types, and the relationships between these entities. Schemas commonly use visual representations to communicate the architecture of the database. Schemas commonly use the visual representations to communicate the architecture of database, becoming the foundation for an organization's data management discipline. This process of database schema design is also known as data modeling. These data models serve a variety of roles such as database users, database administrators, and programs. These database models serve a variety of roles such as database users, database administrators, and database programmers. For example, it can help database administrators manage, normalize, process to avoid data duplication. Alternatively, it can enable analysts to navigate these data structures to conduct reporting or other valuable business analysis. These diagrams act as valuable documentation within the database management system, ensuring alignment across various stakeholders. So anyhow, that's all for this video. So in this video I have talked about SQL basics, because in the next video I will be talking about MySQL installation for Windows. After that we will be doing programming in the SQL. We will be creating tables, we will be doing performing many operations. Okay, so for doing that we need to learn about some of the basics of SQL. Okay, so anyhow guys, that's all for this video, and in the next video I will talk about MySQL installation for Windows. And thanks for watching. Thank you. Bye bye.